Jann Newton of Newton Custom Interiors, and today I'm going to show you how to make this pillow out of a man's shirt. What you're going to need for this project is, of course, a men's dress shirt. You're going to need a pillow form. I'm using an 18 by 18 inch pillow form. That is about the biggest size pillow that you can make out of a dress shirt. You're also going to want to make some kind of a pattern, either out of cardboard or paper. I'm using my plexiglass pattern so that you can kind of see where the buttons are laying and everything as we go through the video. You're also going to need a fabric marker, scissors, and then some pins to pin your fabric together. The first thing I want to show you is a couple of different ways that you could lay out your pillow. If you want your button closure to run vertical in the center of your pillow and you want to include your pocket, then you would cut your fabric out like this to include the buttons in the center and then the pocket on one side. You want to make sure that you evenly space your buttons on either end. So that's one way to cut out your pillow. Another way is to not use the pocket. So I've cut out part of my pocket and I want my pillow closure to run horizontal. So when the pillow is done, this will be the top of the pillow and these will be the sides. So I'm just going to lay this out here and then I will mark my fabric around my pattern. I do want to say too that my pattern is 18 by 18 inches, the same size as my 18 by 18 inch pillow form. So I'm just going to mark this out quickly. And then we'll cut it out. And I'm going to be cutting through both the front and the back of my shirt. And I should say too that I ironed both sides of the shirt really well before I marked it too. So we're going to cut it out. Avoiding the pocket. Okay, now I've got my pillow cut out, and our next step is to put our right sides together. So I'm going to flip over my bottom piece so that the right side is up, and I'm going to turn my top piece so the wrong side is up, the right side is on the inside. So our right sides are together. And now I'm simply going to pin around all four sides of the pillow. Now that I've got all four sides of my pillow pinned together, I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine and I'm simply going to sew all the way around all four sides of the pillow, and I'm going to be using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Okay, so we've sewn around all four sides of our pillow. I have unbuttoned the placket on the shirt, and I did want to say you should keep this buttoned until this last step. So when you're cutting out your pillow or you're sewing the pillow, make sure that to keep that buttoned. I've also clipped all four corners of the pillow cover, making sure not to cut into my seam allowance. That'll help me later. I won't have as much bulk in the corner when I turn it. And that's what we're going to do next. Next, we're going to turn our pillow cover right side out. We're going to make sure we poke those corners out well. I'm using this handy tool called That Purple Thing, and it just helps me make sure to get a nice crisp corner. Make sure it's really turned well. We're going to do that on all four corners. Okay, so once we have our corners turned out, we're going to insert our pillow form. And I just like to put my hand in the middle of the form, and then with my other hand hold both ends and simply place it inside the cover. And you've got a nice big opening for your pillow doing it this way, so it's easy to get the pillow form in. Next, I'm just going to make sure that the corners of my pillow form are in the corners of the pillow cover really well. And then the last step is just to button your closure back up. This kind of pillow is such a nice, easy, quick pillow to make, and it can be done very inexpensively too, especially if you have a shirt already that you don't want to use anymore as a shirt, and you can make a pillow out of it, or you can go to your local Goodwill and get a shirt that you like its fabric. So there we have our finished pillow with our button closure.